Welcome, everybody, to the 30th weekly community meeting. So, clap hands, everybody. Congratulations to us. 30 meetings over 30 weeks. I don't think myself and Mohammed thought we'd last 30 weeks, but we seem to be getting stronger and stronger. So, that's fantastic. So, as usual, in our meeting today, we will start off. My name is Patrick Cheeseman. I'm the host today and the time master. I will hand over to Mohammed in a little bit, who will talk, just quickly review what's been going on over the last week in the community. And then we have our special guest star today, our guest speaker, Professor Ghada Gewan. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sometimes I'm very bad at names, but she's got an amazing talk about future of AI and digital life. Mohammed will introduce her properly when he hands over, but she's really amazing. We met her at GITEX, and she really, excuse the expression, blew my mind away with what she was doing and her company and her associates and her partners were doing in terms of with AI. So I'm really looking forward to the presentation from somebody that's a real inspiration in the industry here in the UAE. And we're looking forward to that. And then that'll last about 30 minutes. Then, as usual, we open the floor to questions. So another 30 minutes of that. Then we'll hand back to Mohammed to review and preview what's happening in the week ahead. And then I'll close everything up after the 90-minute mark, depending on demand. If there's lots of questions, we'll keep it running a bit longer, so as we normally do. So thank you, everybody, for joining. We really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to hand it over now to Mohammed.
Yeah. Thank you, Patrick, for the wonderful introduction. And welcome, everyone, to our 30th AI Community Meetup. As I was just talking earlier before officially recording, that this mission is to share the correct awareness about AI to the community and get expert guest speakers like Professor Ghada today, who is going to talk about the topic. And I will talk, before I give it to her, I just wanted to tell about the main thing, the main value proposition of this community and why we have started this. I have been doing this for almost 8 years, academy. I have helped thousands of people to get into this role, and plus help a lot of consulting companies. And I know there is a lot of gap between academics and the real work that happens in the industry. And I try to bridge those gaps for even for businesses as well as for learners, how you can bring knowledge to action and do some impact. It can be any type of impact, monetary impact, or any impact that you're trying to bring that can also help you build a business or build a career out of this AI and data space. And the best way that I have seen, because I have personally not studied this professionally in the, like in a proper education system. I was an electrical engineer, and then I did an MBA. All the learnings that I have done, statistical, because I was very good in maths and stats in college. So that was very easy for me to pick up these modeling techniques, understanding the techniques, and coding also. I was good in coding. So the skills were there. How I wrapped the skills and started using it is what I want to share with the community. And that is the main thing that we are here, because we have to, that is the main purpose. Why? Because I was working in Accenture consulting for 8 years. I was working in big companies till I started my own startup. And I see that there are very few of us who are very fortunate to work in big companies, to go in Harvard and Stanford and to have a community. There are very few people in the world, 1 to 2%, rest 98% are people who are in the mediocre level, who don't have access to such communities or educational institutes. Because end of the day, why do people go to Stanford? They don't go there for education. Why do people go there for Harvard? They go there for the community. That is the reality. If you even talk to these people, you will talk to the all the old people, alumni of Harvard. Education, what did they learn in Harvard? What they learned is what you learned 2 years back is useless right now. So what do you learn 10 years back is also, it does not happen. But the community that they have now, if you go, you tell you're from Harvard, if you tell you're from Stanford, the community that comes around. I am from India, so there are some Indians here who may know people who are from IIT. Till now, the people who are from IITs, why are they so successful? IIT is one of the top colleges in India because of the community, because of the help that they get around. And this is what is the mission of this particular thing. So community is the future. If you are part of this community, you, all of the 17 people who have joined, don't just come here for just getting a job or just getting a small benefit. Think about it as a place where it can be a place to share information, to learn from others. Don't only expect you to get things out of, try to also give back, try to give your suggestions in the chat group. Try to do, I always request all the members here, I have been requesting Isham to do a workshop since a long time. I request everyone who is learning to share some knowledge to for the community, and this is very, very important. That is you will, giving back will also do a lot of things. It is going to give you lot of things other than your knowledge, your experience. It is going to give you a lot of things. So I just want to now, I don't want to talk more. We have Professor waiting patiently, and as Patrick also mentioned, she has demonstrated an amazing history of working in the AI industry. She has a strong educational professional skills in founding postgraduate AI programs, worked in diverse number of AI projects, and started from biometrics based security, accessibility, and control to a lot of things. And now she is working in Gewan, and she is going to take over the floor. Maybe she can give a quick introduction about herself, and a very thankful for her to come and share her valuable time for us and for the community. And we will keep the session after questions we will take after she presents her slides, and we will keep the floor for questions after that. Thank you, and over to you, Professor.
Thank you so much, Patrick and Mohammed, for this good introduction about yourself, about the community. I really believe community role in getting advances in all technology sites and industries. And actually, people, as you mentioned, have to put all these things either in academic or the few people who knows a little they put in industry, but there is really a big gap between what's happening inside the universities and academia and what's happening in reality. Actually, smart people who would able to do these R&Ds in their industrial places to do the things that are relevant to their industry. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today is Saturday and everyone is busy to have some leisure time, and you sacrifice this to come and attend AI presentation and things about futuristic digital life in light of AI advances. My name is Ghada Al-Hudhud. I have been graduated from Montfort University in UK, Leicester, 2005 in AI. My PhD was in AI. At that time, AI was quite new term for people, and people used to think about AI is only robotics. So most of AI research at that time was very much related to robotics and how to do intelligent robotics control and autonomous robots. And my PhD project was about how to send a group of collaborative robots to do some task. And we don't have by that time any intention to have it remotely controlled. We wanted those robots to be fully intelligent, to do some autonomous work without any continuous commands coming from the human control center. And actually, this project was very important to the Defense Technology Center in UK that time, and they extended this project across 2 different universities for 2 groups of robots to have 2 groups working in 2 different places. And we have 2 command centers in 2 different universities, and only for getting some information from the robots. So that work included actually 3 different types of AI. First type is how to do this swarming intelligence between the robots so that they can move in the form of swarm of robots and to keep moving within the group and to align with next neighbor, next mate in the group, and also to move all as a group towards the target destination. Second point was to have this intelligent vision system so that they can just view what's around and record only surroundings that are of interest, not everything to be recorded. third thing was how to compress what they recorded and send it through the frequency band assigned to this communication protocol. So actually, these three lines were very important lines in my PhD project. So I worked through that project in three different AI lines. One of them was autonomous automation and control. Second one was the artificial vision system for the robots. Third thing was how to compress efficient compression with more than 70% without losing any of the quality of the compressed videos and sent by across the transmission channels. So since 2005 until now, I was working for academia in different countries. And beside that, the work, I did many projects with the governmental entities and other research entities. And during my academic life, I did many curriculum design for postgrad programs in terms of PhD and master's programs. And these are all about the AI. Because why? Because all my projects I started to work on since 2005 until now are all different types of AI and different types of AI industries. So that gave me really insight in how we can just deploy all AI algorithms in at all levels and at all points of our digital life, of our daily life. So now what we have is finish the introduction, giving brief an overview of the technological advancements and how we started with AI since 23 years ago until now. And now we need to know more, which is the most important target of this presentation today, is to give you idea about what is the future of AI life. What are the promises? What are the drawbacks of having AI in all aspects of our daily lives? And I don't want it to be pessimistic. I'm trying my best to be optimistic regarding the things that I'm going to present today. Now, actually, AI is going to have really a great impact of our daily life. It's going to be, this is all affected by technological evolution, anticipation, development of more advanced and sophisticated AI systems. As we can see today, everything is related and everything is hyper-connected, and all the world is hyper-connected. So this is a very important point, and we actually take it into consideration for all AI development and AI advancements we have. System will likely to possess enhanced learning capabilities. So systems are not like before, 30 years ago, or let's say 50, 60 years ago, when we first had the first robot, it was just learning the thing that the programmer put inside. Nowadays, no, we have machine learning that allows this system to learn from current trends and patterns happening in life and coming to the system. Also, AI systems will have reasoning skills and decision makings, problem solving abilities. Now, making systems more intelligent across various domains such as healthcare. Now, what are the areas? Healthcare, finance, education, and aviation, transportation, communication, all areas, all actually every single aspect of our daily life will be affected with AI. Now, some people say that AI will produce some systems that will replace a human presence in all these jobs and all this. No, actually, the good intention, or people who work in AI with good intention, will allow a human AI collaboration, not only replacing human to put all AI systems. So the future may increase collaboration between human and AI. So AI systems could work alongside humans and in a complementary manner. It will improve the human performance, not to replace the human performance. This is a very important intention and should really be considered by all people working in AI, because in after a few slides, you will see how AI would badly affect people's life if it is not programmed and developed in a good intention. AI systems should be assisting the tasks that require analysis, pattern recognition, and computational efficiency. This collaborative approach may lead to significant advancement in productivity and innovations. So one of the main aspects we use AI in our daily life will be personalized AI assistance. So AI-powered personalized AI assistants may become even more integral to our daily life. We can find it everywhere. Siri in our phones, some intelligent devices in the malls. We are here, we want to go there. It will calculate for you, or will guide you through directions. Google Maps, different things. We can have it in our. It really expresses how continually be integral part of our daily lives. These assistants could evolve into highly personalized entities, understanding and anticipating individual preferences, needs, and behaviors. Also, they might assist with tasks ranging from scheduling and organizing to providing recommendations tailored to individuals' taste. Now, other part of AI considerations or AI areas where we can think about it carefully is emotional intelligence in AI. So future AI systems, like one of the things we have in our showroom in the company, we have some digital human that can respond to your questions with emotions. So if you talk to this digital human whilst you are sad, it will answer you with some sympathy that shows you that it is having this sort of sympathy with your feelings. If you talk to this digital human whilst you are cheering up, it will cheer up and answer you in a very happy way. So this is part of the emotional intelligence in the AI creatures. We say, I don't say they are AI systems. Actually, I say it's AI creatures. Why? Because once you add emotional part to this system, it becomes like creatures. Future AI systems may incorporate emotional intelligence that allow them to understand and respond to human emotions, particularly relevant to applications like virtual assistants, mental health support, and human-machine interactions with emotional awareness is crucial. This is one of the most important things. Now, based on the digital revolution, evolution from industrial age to the informational age is a big revolution, actually. Why? Because now industrial means that I have the decision, I have the specifications, I have the requirements, and I do the industry based on these requirements. Actually, information age means that whatever information I give to the system is going to create something that's relevant to all parts of the information, which is very important, but at the same time has good sides and bad sides. And we'll show in the next slides what are the bad sides. I kept them to the last so that we don't have this dark ideas about the AI. Current state of the digital revolution will define the role of connectivity in data and shaping the future. Now, Internet of Things, one of the things that are really very important, and Internet now of everything, difference between Internet of and Internet of Everything. Internet of Things is the basic ideas about connecting some certain devices to my phone, or being able to access any piece of information or any device from anywhere in the world. This is what we call Internet of Things. However, Internet of Everything is connecting everything about you, history, culture, everything you are doing with your devices, with your place, and with your community. This is the most important, and this is what gives the AI towards, or takes AI towards this tough things or the bad things that we are thinking of whilst we are doing the AI applications. Now, Of course, IoT applications, everyone knows about them. Connecting all devices, you can access all your data, all your devices from everywhere, anywhere. This is what we call IoT, interconnected world, and it's really is very important thing. This led to the revolution of the 4G to 5G, enhanced connectivity and speed, and implications of smart cities. So what the concept of smart city and urban planning was really one of the major implications of or good things we had from the IoT. Now, other thing we need to know it is the AI, augmented reality, and virtual reality. Actually, augmented reality means mixing between real world and virtual world. Virtual reality means having everything in virtual reality. So virtual reality means fully environment produced inside the computer. We don't have any real part of this of our real environment inside the computer. However, AR means that we can project some computer development or computer developed object inside the real world. So we have all these mixed technologies in real life, and we have them all in the form of entertainment and education, healthcare, transportation. This will allow people to transform experience or have transformative experience between AR and VR, and the combination of AI and AR could result in immersive and context-aware experience. Intelligent AR applications may provide real-time information and assistance based on the user's surroundings, enhancing daily activities. Sometimes I want to project something from my mobile phone on the screen. I don't have screen. I can use the AR to project whatever I want in the air. So this is one of the most things I like because I need it sometimes. And actually, I don't know if you have ever watched the movie, which is Hunger Games Part 1, shows you how they take out from the computer some objects and put it on the table in the form of animals or so, and they will be added to the environment where those people are inside. It's really very, very interesting idea, but at the same time, it's really scary to have this thing. Now, we have other AI technologies that will allow you to see how wearable technologies can be used, and the devices can provide more functionalities to improve our daily life, such as the health and fitness applications and integration of wearable devices into our daily routines, such as the Google Glasses, smartwatches, all these things. And even more, I have worked on a project where you can put some device on the head. You can read just the brain activities and code the signals and take out of these signals some important features, such as the brain print. You can just use this brain print for accessibility, for using access to your ATM. And this was 6 years ago. I'm sure now this research is in more advanced areas, which is called brain-computer interaction area. This is totally AI because you can just separate the signals you receive from the brain. They are actually, with this device, we received 14 channels of signals. We separated 4 of them to identify the person as a brain print. So this was very important research, and it's really published since 2000. I think 15 or 16, I published this research. It's how to identify people using the brain print, how to use the brain print for accessibility, and how to use brain print for controlling assistive technologies to help people with the special needs. So it was really very important biometric added to the biometrics list people use usually, which is the palm print or fingerprint, eye print. No, we added one more print, which is brain print. It was really very important research. It's also using some wearable devices. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, people 30 years ago thought that AI is all about having some machine that can do things similar to the human, and they tested these machines using Turing tests that will allow them to identify the level of intelligence this machine have and compare it to the human intelligence. Now, actually, autonomous systems are driven by AI. Simply, and everything we have, our washing machine, dishwashers, everything we have, it has some sort of auto control and make it auto control through some programs available. Now we have advances in autonomous vehicles, drones, robotic systems that can perform tasks in environments that are challenging or hazardous to humans, such as space exploration. We can send group of robots to explore the planet and just send photos and all these things. We can just send robots to clean toxic waste that can harm people to take it in these environments. So in this situation, we can have some group of robots to reduce human presence in these toxic places or hazardous for or challenging for the human. One more thing is that how we see the future of smart cities is another direction of AI. It's actually I participated in youth urban planning conference in KSA in Riyadh. It was about how to do successful urban planning and do a smart infrastructure that can accommodate all these new technologies and AI applications. So it was about integration of technology for efficient urban living, and it will support sustainability and improve the quality of life. Required not just ICT solutions to control everything. It's the opposite, requires holistic approach that integrates automation, transportation, and other technologies with socio-economic requirements. Also needs protection from external interference, such as the inclement weather. So one of the proposed solutions, which is really very interesting, is to have all the cities inside one big, very, very big, huge shopping mall that will provide full city shopping, transportation underground, and even moving between countries. Now travel will be inside some big ball, and these planes will take us intercity. Could be space planes that will take people from one place to another place inside the city. So operated from covered airport. They are not open to the atmosphere. No, they are covered, and planes are inside these complex cities. Frustrations, hazards of increased cost of delays and cancellation of trains, air flights caused by bad weather in our existing world will be eliminated. Now, what also AI could be used for? AI health. Now, currently people are looking for personalized medicine that will allow early disease detection, reduce trauma, death in some places where this AI system would act as paramedic system or paramedics people. So it will give some instructions for people surrounding this trauma case, and they can start helping this person until paramedics arrive. Also, it will have some treatment optimization, advanced AI algorithms that will analyze more data sets and including genomic information, tailor medical solutions and treatments so for individual patients rather than having one treatment for all patients having the same disease. Sometimes there are some variations between the symptoms those patients have. So according to this information analytics or data analytics, we'll have some tailored solutions and tailored treatments for those patients. We have also another area which shows the biotechnology and digital health, which convergence of biology and technology. One of these areas I worked on, which was published in 2012, I guess, in EUROSCIS. EUROSCIS is the European Science and Technology Conference. It's a very important conference, and the people managing this conference, they are doing this since 2007. So every year, and there is some MUCs, which is Middle East UCs. It is done here inside Middle East area, and every year it is in one country. And there is a theme for every year. There is a theme for this conference. One year it is about medicine or AI or technology in health, and one other year is in games and entertainment. And every year we have different themes for this conference. By the way, people who are arranging this conference are my colleagues in UK. One of them is Prof. Marwan Lakidi, was the dean for our college. So, nanomedicine, I published how to use. If you have ever watched the movie Bon Voyage in the early 60s, I was mad of all these movies since I was little kid. And this movie shows some astronauts who are on one planet, and one of those astronauts has some disease in his kidney, and one of the other astronauts, he was about to die, and the other astronaut shrank to a very small size and went inside his eye in the movie. This was a science fiction. Now it become true. He went through his eye to that organ, fixed the organ, and went back to the outside, and then he returned to his original size. This is exactly what nanomedicine is doing now. We send the medicine in the nanomedicine inside the body.
Professor, we cannot hear you. Can you?
No?
Now we can hear you. Yeah. We lost you
Okay.
yeah, now it is fine.
Okay, did you hear about this Bon Voyage movie?
Yes, we heard that story. Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. Okay, so nanomedicine also requires lots of AI things. One of them is how to control the swarm of those nanobots going inside the body towards this affected organ. Other thing, how to control the dynamics of these nanobots so that we can have some intelligent mechanism to convert the movement of blood into a dynamic energy to take those bots inside the body. Many things, how to destroy these nanobots after releasing the medicine inside the organ. So all these are AI things. Also, we have wearable health technology and remote patient monitoring. Advancement in personalized medicine also is very important. Other side we all are interested in, which is the cybersecurity in the futures, based on the growth of and importance of cybersecurity innovations in protecting digital assets. Risk and responsibility in the hyper-connected world is increasing every day. So sometimes you feel like all of a sudden you find some of your personal info are for some reason because you forgot to put the settings in the correct way so that you can just have it. Your data is being accessed by unauthorized people. Risk and responsibilities in this hyper-connected world is really high. So it requires a joint effort between everyone in the World Economic Forum and McKinsey and company assesses the necessary action areas and examines the impact of cyber attacks and response readiness. It's very important one here. So we have certain places in the world that are taking care of these things. So based on all what we have mentioned, we have very important consideration here in terms of AI. It's the ethics of AI, ethical responsibilities, how to produce responsible AI product. We don't want just a very intelligent system. We want to look at this system and we make it responsible. It makes the legal thing, what can legally be done, what cannot be done. So privacy and data protection is one of the major concerns. Other thing is we should really make sure that we maintain the balance, innovation, and responsibility. So I can do a fantastic piece of work using AI, certain aspect, but at the same time, this fantastic piece of work would harm some other people. So I really want this AI to improve people's life, people's quality of life, not to harm people. Regulatory rules and protocols developed to manage the use of AI. One of the most important entities taking care of this is the Belmont report in IBM. If you are really interested in this, you can read it. You will find lots of things that controls many things that you even do not know they are existing in the world of AI. But anyway, there is some guides to do some develop ethical and responsible AI, especially in experimental research. So one of these things is just to have some respect for people, autonomy of individuals, and uphold an expectation for researchers to protect individuals such as illness, mental disability, age restrictions, touching on the idea of consent. So I usually do not get anyone involved in any AI research without having his consent, that he is aware that this research will be used for this purpose, and these are the data we will take. These data could be anything. Data could be the photo, the voice, the image, the video, the text, the file, anything. He needs to know all these types. I need to put it in details. For example, in my lab in the company here, I have very nice showroom. It's exactly the same like Jitex booth. It is the same. It's a replica to my showroom. Jitex room is the same replica of my showroom. We have some shooting place where we can have some creation for avatars. So we want to train the system to talk the same way, to act, to do some facial expressions like this person. So we always explain to people that these avatars will be used in so these videos and so these voice and lips movements, everything. We write everything in the consent form. So this is very important. Individuals should be aware of the potential risk and benefits of any experiment that they are part of. Individuals should also be able to choose whether to participate or withdraw any of their participation anytime before and during the experiment, even after the experiment. Even people, if they sign the consent and for some reason after the experiment they decided not to participate and not to allow people to use, they can just step back and say, no, I don't want to continue. Other thing is the beneficence, healthcare ethics, where doctors take an oath to do no harm for people. So system, how we can do this oath for the AI systems to do no harm for people. Sometimes these data analytics has some bias regarding some category or cluster of data. And we really need to have serious testing and do multiple tests and make sure that these data are not giving some biased decisions. So we are always aware that artificial intelligence algorithms sometimes amplify bias around the race or gender, political leanings, or etc., despite the intention to do good and improve the given system. Last thing is the justice. One of the main guides we have in development of AI products is to have justice regarding the individual needs, individual efforts, societal contribution, and the merit. So based on what we have just presented, we have in AI some challenges and we have some other opportunities. Potential challenges in digital future, it may be around, not limited to, but we can just mention those points, which is banking services, biometric. If you use biometrics versus cards, the cloning of digital humans is very important and dangerous thing, especially with the presence of 3D printing and the material they prepared. One of the labs I visited in the world has this human printed from the 3D printing, and it is really something scary for person. We can't just have this as an easy thing. Employability also, how to make sure this balance, the replacing human presence in some dangerous place of plant exploratory, toxic waste removal, all these things we need to make sure how we balance the employability opportunities for the AI products rather than the human, but keep the humans in the loop. Opportunities for innovation and growth, especially in e-commerce and control and automation. These are the most two important areas since the beginning of AI, who got the very good opportunities and for innovation, collaboration and adaptability to face the changes. Many people has very high resilience to change, and we need to overcome and secure technological, secure technological development. In summary, it's important to approach the futuristics of AI life with careful considerations of the potential challenges, including understanding of AI and its various forms. It's not only one form, it's almost in every single thing we are doing. AI's role in automation, decision making, and problem solving, AI-powered personal assistants and smart devices, smart cities, ethical dilemmas also is always there. We have always to think about what are the ethics that will control our AI work, job displacement concerns, responsible AI governance, and make the balance, realizing the full benefits of AI in a way that positively impacts the humanity. Thank you very much for listening, and I really would love to have your questions, your thoughts about what you have just heard.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Ghada. It was amazing session. So there are some questions are there on the chat. So what we can do, Patrick, we will ask people to raise their hands, and it's up to you. You want to?
Yeah, should we get people to raise hands first, or?
Yeah, we will raise hands.
What I'm gonna do, I would suggest that I go through the chat, take them question one by one and answer them. After that, if anyone wanted to ask more, we can just take more questions. Okay?
Sure. So
first question was how to change the IT industry track to research, what to be followed in down the lane. Actually, IT industry is usually based on what is commonly used in the society. From my past experience, I always have to, as an AI person, I always see things that this is perfect, but it needs this to be added. This addition I thought of should be reflected to the IT industry. How I see sometimes people say, okay, how come I go to those people who are controlling the IT industry? Those systems are there for a while. How can we just do this change? Either we can go through this change from academic view. We can go and do pursue our studies and get more insights. Maybe we can get internship in some other place that will allow me to put all my ideas. This is one side. And other thing is to have some brilliant idea and to do it through those people who are supporting small and medium enterprises. You can just start with small thing and just you get it more. Sometimes people say, no, this is not possible because AI production or development is very expensive, really is expensive. Why? Because we need to have these things that are related to AI these days. Yes, I agree. You can just search another work opportunity that will allow you to put all your insights in this AI, IT industry. Other question, if you are there is Isham wrote about Tony Stark. We have seen what he did. Yes, almost 20 years ago. Yes, the movie is really very nice. AI can also be used in cyber attacks. This is one of the bad or dark sides of the AI, actually. We have even the internet. At the beginning of the internet, people thought this is a very dangerous thing. And we should not be all having internet connection in our houses. But now internet is very important thing. We can't live without any internet connection. At every technology, every new technology comes with the good and bad side. So we need always to support the good side and to go away and warn people, make good alarms for the world to know that there is a bad side for this technology and just avoid it and go with the positive side. How responsible AI will complement machine learning ecosystem? Any use case with financial domain? Actually, in financial domain, I'm not so experienced here. So I did some health experience. I have medicine. I have in robotics. I have in TV, 3D TV. I have in space exploration, many areas where artificial vision system, but actually in financial domain, no. But I have this financial series that is really good and used in machine learning and ecosystem. So machine learning itself is an AI system. So it's so how can responsible AI be part of or complement the machine learning ecosystem? It can, but by controlling the rules. Any rule you put for clustering, for all controlling this machine learning process, how many layers of learning, what are the filters on these layers of learning, whether we can put all layers of learning, supervised learning or unsupervised learning, we have to control. We have to put some control. I hope I answered this question about in general about responsible AI and machine learning ecosystem. For my case, I did the responsible AI by controlling the learning layers. So we don't have only one layer of learning, we have two layers. One of them is going to be the unsupervised learning. The other one is going to be supervised learning to add more weight to the decision making. This was the way I tried to put the responsible AI in my system. Now, one more thing, the question from Ahmed Tawfiq regarding the integration of cultures. Can AI fully grasp the culture, especially if not enough info about it existing online? For example, Arabic content is 2 to 3% of the world's content, according to the latest survey. Yes, correct. Until now, we are really facing lots of problems in Arabic scopus. Building Arabic scopus is very hard thing. Why? For two reasons. First reason is few people working on this. Second reason, little internet in Arabic connection, little Arabic content on the internet. So this is also, we have a company here in UAE UAE, which is responsible for Arabic content on the internet. They did many good work on all these things. Let's hope. Actually, I have a team of 4 people working on NLP regarding the Arabic content. I hope I can do something in terms of this, but I'm using all these corpus in Arabic machine learning for my digital human. So I'm not intending to publish until I finish all this research. I have a question. I am involved in a research on AI governance in Malaysian University. Is it possible? Okay, yes, sure. Anyone who is willing to contact, please give my contact details. How do you see Google Gemini invasion? As you have seen the industry evolving from year 2005. So this war and competition and the AI will exhibit it the way we look at the usual 9 to 5 jobs, HR, finance, planning, and forecasting. Actually, yes, we always teach this to our students. We used to teach this since 2005. This is an ever coming question each single semester in each course. How AI will affect people's employability? Actually, no, people should know what to to learn, what to study, not to go through these jobs that can be replaced by AI systems. For me, I would prefer everyone, before studying any bachelor degree or even pursuing master's or PhD, should go and study the market very well to know exactly what are the new requirements in the market, what are the things that are upcoming, what is this era all about. So for me, when I started 2002 doing my master's, I was doing my master's fully in engineering. Like Arshad, I did my master's in digital image and digital signal and image processing. That was in 2002. So after that, I decided to study my PhD. So my interest in robotics and my background in engineering, I put all these things together to write my proposal for PhD in terms of robotics. So I would say that I did this over 1 full year, because since day one I started my master's degree, I kept thinking about how to take a look, let's say, shop around, see what are the new things in the world. At that time, I read research about the robot was sent to Mars, and it was they lost the connection with this robot since the moment he touched the planet, and because he went into sleep mode. So I kept thinking about something. It was a very expensive research and a very interesting experience, but I kept thinking about this experience, how we can do something to overcome such a big problem. And I came up with this idea: cheap, small robots to move as a group. If any of those robots went out of battery, went into sleep mode, the other robots will go and continue the job. So that's why my project was accepted by all means, but by all departments in the research in the college. And even after I finished my PhD, it was taken one step further for extension. You need to study the market very well, not to say that this system will take over and people will not find jobs. You need, even if you have your bachelor, for example, in natural science, one of the natural sciences, you should not go for the PhD in the same thing. For example, mathematics, you should not go to do your PhD in mathematics. You should see what are the applied mathematics areas required for the next few years or for the next era. So this is one of the important things. Future of AI is personal assistant for everyone and everything, and we do will it have both pros and cons? Of course, it will have both pros and cons. That's where we are in length talking about the ethics of AI. Sometimes these AI assistants may give some wrong instructions. So one of the research we did is how to use eye print or voice print, for controlling the assistive technology. So if people with special needs, they need someone to help. So what if our research was to accommodate more of those people in the regular schools with other people. Okay, so what if we have some group of people in this school just doing this bullying to this person who is already having special needs, and we have this wheelchair, for example, works on spoken commands, forward, backward, right, left, and they gave the command to the wheelchair, and accordingly they harm this person. So we changed it from command, spoken command, to voice command. Voice command means that this chair will not move forward, right, left. Any command will not be executed unless it is by the voice of this person. So by this way, we implemented the AI thing to protect this person and using the current technology, but it's changing from spoken command to voice command. So you see how is the difference between use, it's all sounds, but one of them is representing the identity of the person and helps the person and removing the bad things. Yes, of course, everything has pros and cons. I think those are all the questions we have.
Yes.
If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer.
Yes, if anyone wants to speak, you can raise your hands. And Patrick, you have any? Yeah, can you
Can I
please
ask?
Yeah, go ahead. Mohan.
Yeah, this the company, what Gewan is doing?
Yes, Gewan AI is a subsidiary of Gewan Holdings. Gewan Holdings has 42 companies, subsidiaries, and we have two sister technology companies. One of them is Gewan Infotech, one of them is Technology Enterprise. Okay, but those two other sister companies, they are working for regular systems. One of them is specialized tourism and travel and tourism systems, and it's not doing things unless it is related to this area, specialized. And the other one is doing regular applications such as HR, CRMs, and all these things. Now, G1 AI is the third company, is doing only AI products. So we are located in Abu Dhabi and at Marina area, Breakwater, next to Marina Sport Club. We have lots
Okay,
of.
so are you doing any research or any activities now?
Now I don't do
AI
research
related.
actually, but we do some experimental research experiments on some new products, and almost done of some products, and we are running those experiments. But to be specialized in research, no. We are really doing very huge technical work.
Okay.
That is.
Thank you.
Patrick, you want to ask any question, or I have something if no one is asking?
Well, I was on a practical, we talk about the threats potentially from AI, and I mentioned it in a previous community meeting. I always love, I don't know if you ever read Isaac Asimov's books, Professor, but he already had this 3 laws of robotics. The first law was that no robot could harm a human being. Second law was all robots will avoid destroying themselves unless it could harm a human being. And then the third law was taking into account any of those things, it just wouldn't hurt itself. So do we need something similar for generative AI? Do we need a kill switch?
Yes, that's what we call AI. AI prioritizes the rules. So what made those old robots bad creatures by early 70s, that they don't have to prioritize. They go through the rules as they are and in order. So if the second rule is, for example, in conflict with the first rule, he will go ahead and continue and do the second rule and to do this third rule. However, the AI made those what we call autonomy level of intelligence, means that I can prioritize. For example, if I send a group of robots as a swarm, group of robots as a swarm, 3 rules of swarming. What are these 3 rules? Stay in the group means that I have to calculate the centroid of the positions of these robots and follow this centroid, okay? So that there is some binding force that makes all of them go towards this centroid of the group. Second rule is to align with my next teammate. If I have next teammate, I can align all the time. Goes right, I go right. Goes left, I go left. Okay. Third rule, do not hit any of your group mates or any object in the environment. So if there is two rules now in conflict, he will prioritize the rule with the highest weight. So he will give weights according to the learning process he has. So if I have an object in front of me, but at the same time, I have to turn left and go to align with my teammate. But if I turn left, the meta calculations will, I will calculate, no, this will not enough, space is not enough me to turn left. So I will ignore this rule and go to turn right because the space on the right is more than the space on the left. After I overcome this barrier problem, I can rejoin my teammate and my group again. And we did a very interesting research about this in 2006 or 2005, and we plotted all the what we call the routes all these robots take, and we were able to draw the environment barriers based on these plots. It was really very important question that you asked, Patrick, because prioritizing rules is very important.
Yeah.
Rather than going through the rules one by one without thinking which one is important, which one is, no, I have to do all three. No, for the autonomy and AI, no, there is some thinking process. This thinking process will allow the robot to calculate whether is it safe to go through this way or this way. If the rule says go to the left, but it is not safe, I will go to the right. So this is what we call thinking process.
I always remember an interview they were given with Elon Musk, and he said, well, if you ask generative AI, please solve the climate crisis, the generative AI might decide that human beings are the biggest problem, so we should wipe them out. Nothing personal, but you're the main cause of the climate crisis. And then it might proceed to try and kill off all humans. So presumably there has to be in somewhere in the programming some kind of safety mechanism built in.
Yes.
If it attempted to harm a human being.
We call it meta world, meta calculations. What if I do this? What is going to happen? I have full calculation about what's happening here, and then I prioritize which rule I will follow.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for answering. Very interesting.
Yeah, things
Anybody
are very scary. Yeah, I have one question if no one is asking the question. Professor, what is your thoughts about, there is a lot of buzz and we are hearing about self-driving cars for a long time. How long do you think, is it really possible to have self-driving cars in the recent future? Because I have heard there are a lot of, it was a big push earlier on that was happening, but because of in a controlled environment, self-driving cars are working very well, right? If it is an institute, if it is a very controlled manner where there is only self-driving cars, it is already happening in universities, in campuses. It is already there. But how do you think? Is it going to be possible to have it on the roads along with human drivers?
Actually, yes. I practiced this in BMW agency. I went there. I drove M6, the recent one, and they asked me not to take it to park it. I asked the car to park, and it parked, and it took me out of the park also. Self-driving, it's driving, and also on the highway. It can take you the same speed, but it also requires you to keep your hands on the steering. One more feature, it was very interesting that you can bring your car from home to your work whilst you are at work. If the car learns the way and the route, and you can see the route she drives, and she shows you the route on the map. that you are going, you should say, I'm going to work, and it will show you the route. Once you see the route is correctly done, you can just call the car from home. Mobile application. You can just come from home. We tried it uh, in car parking,
Yeah.
which is not layers. It's one floor. And we defined one place as the home and the other place as the car park. And we tried it and it worked,
Yeah.
but
This is
dangerous. Actually dangerous,
Yeah.
dangerous, very dangerous to rely on it. Because one of the cases we tried, and it was trying to go to the main road whilst it was in the service road. It tried to go on top of the to go directly, not to go through the proper route to go outside. So that was dangerous thing.
Yeah. So what I think is this is because here you are having two things, right? If it is a controlled environment, you can easily and already the technology is there, and I think there are some places where already this is there. There is self-driving cars or self-driving you can say bogies, but where you have where a human is also involved, right? Like in the highways, if you know the accidents that happen in Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai, about this, there are every day there are 5 or 6 accidents that happen, and if you
Yeah, I
have
saw
a
them. I saw
yeah,
them.
and if there is it is, and generally it is not your mistake, right? When you are driving, an accident happens, it is not your mistake, it is a mistake of the other person,
Others.
and that is
Yes.
becomes very tough. And I was just asking your thoughts. I think how long do you think, and any research that is being doing in this area? But I uh, for me, it does not look like a near reality. I think flying taxis will become more controlled, and it will come faster than autonomous vehicles, because
I
in
don't think so.
flying there
Don't
is
think so.
a very big control that is there. There is very less chances of accidents.
I didn't think so, because with the increase in number of fly taxi, you will find also some jam and traffic on this top layer. So
Yeah,
you'll have the same problem. By the way, we did it in this swarm robots 3D for small drones in the virtual environment, and we found out that we have lots of things to define the routes. We need to also, there are some rules to define this.
yeah, I know there are challenges that are there. There are challenges, but they're only like RTA, like the government can only run. There no other person can do that. So it has to be very much controlled. It has to be in a controlled environment, and there is going to be a set path for the drone taxis to go. And I think there already one company in the UAE is working on this project, wherein they are having this. I'm sure you might have also heard about this. I know it is challenging, but at least they have control. Only one company is doing this, and
Mm,
every drone that is there is similar. So
yep.
they maintain a
Yes,
distance of 50
exactly.
meters.
Same specs, same rules. Yes,
Yes,
exactly. Yes,
yeah,
correct.
that is it. Yeah. Any more questions anyone has? So David is saying, how do we assign responsibility if there is a crash for self-driving cars? This is
Yes,
interesting.
for me, as I said always, AI should be assisting human and work alongside with the humans. So I don't go for a self-driving car and just sleep whilst my car is driving. I have always to be on. I always think that AI should incorporate and keep the human in the loop. Do not just tick off all the human interventions and just make fully closed loop of AI products that interact with each other. We don't have enough infrastructure. If the roads are fully deploying the AI infrastructure and smart infrastructure, this would even stop the car from the crash. But if we don't have these infrastructures on our road, this might happen. Although even my car, which is not very smart, whenever I just go reverse and I get very much closer to the car behind, it stopped. It stops, although my car is not very advanced one, it's not very intelligent, but it has this system that stops the car if you are not stopping. You find all of a sudden the car stopped.
Yes.
So there are some precautionary technologies are added to these cars. Don't think that they are, even if they are self-driving cars, they will be going. They have sensors that will detect nearest object. But the dangerous thing is that if they stop, while this is on the highway and everyone's running with 180, 140, 160 speeds, means that this is really dangerous. So it still needs time, but it will be there.
Professor, you said correctly, like you should always think of AI as an assistant tool. Whatever you do in your work, in your life, you should always take it as an assistance and review the work and always have a control and try to get have the explainability factor, don't give the complete control over AI. And I feel this is very important for the future as well, the future developers who are there. We all know that the software code, everything is getting generated from AI, but you need to be responsible enough to look at it.
Testing
Yeah.
process is very important. Testing, making
Yes.
sure quality of work is really good and follows the rules, and regulatory policies and regulations should be also put in a proper way.
Patrick, you want to add anything? I don't think there's any more questions we can